Johnny Depp won his multi-million-dollar U.S. lawsuit against Ms. Heard after a jury ruled her 2018 article in The Washington Post, in which she alleged sexual violence against Mr. Depp, was defamatory, it was announced today. However, U.S. litigator Ryan Baker told Sky News that due to statutory limits in the state of Virginia, his punitive damages will be cut by almost $5 million. Mr. Baker went on to say that he had expected that neither side would have won, before questioning whether the jury could have been swayed by the Pirates of the Caribbean actor's notoriety. Mr. Baker said, "I think you may have heard the judge say at the end of proceedings there that the punitive element of $5 million will be reduced to $350,000 because there is a statutory limit in the state of Virginia. So Johnny Depp takes just over $10 million and Amber Heard takes $2 million in compensatory damages. So not entirely surprising, although I think if I had been asked to predict what was going to happen before the jury came out, I probably would have predicted that neither side would have won. It's hard to imagine there wasn't some bias at work here. And there's no telling what a jury may do. It's obvious that Johnny Depp has had a real groundswell of public support. I think I've read several times that Amber Heard has had one supporter in the courtroom while Mr. Depp has had a crowd outside every day. Jurors are people. Jurors probably have been to Disneyland and ridden some of those rides and seen Jack Sparrow sitting there. Has the jury truly been able to isolate itself from all of those external factors? It should have, not considering all of those things, but it's hard to imagine. One thing I'll say, though, is this problem is not the last word here. Normally, once you have a verdict, it's a step in the process. Both sides will now sit down and decide whether there are motions they want to bring to the judge. One thing I do believe is that the judge will trim that punitive damages verdict, and then of course there's a whole process of appeals. Following 6 weeks of evidence and roughly 13 hours of deliberation, jurors returned a verdict in favor of Mr. Depp today. The actor was awarded compensatory damages of $10 million, £8 million, and a further $5 million, £4 million, in punitive damages. Following the verdict, Mr. Depp said in a statement that he was humbled that the jury had given me my life back. He said, "From the very beginning, the goal of bringing this case was to reveal the truth, regardless of the outcome. Speaking the truth was something that I owed to my children and to all those who have remained steadfast in their support of me. I feel at peace knowing I have finally accomplished that." Ms. Heard, who was present at the reading of the verdict, looked downcast as the ruling was read out by the judge. She had her head bowed and appeared to be listening intently to the verdict. Afterwards, the actress said she was heartbroken, but even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women. She said in a statement, "The disappointment I feel today is beyond words. And heartbroken that the mountain of evidence still was not enough to stand up to the disproportionate power, influence, and sway of my ex-husband. I'm even more disappointed with what this verdict means for other women." Ms. Heard added that the verdict sets back the clock to a time when a woman who spoke up and spoke out could be publicly shamed and humiliated.